Welcome to FirstWord Pharma's News Roundup for May the 2nd, brought to you today by Senior Editor Matt Dennis. In our top news story, the FDA authorised Novartis' Kymriah for certain patients with relapsed or refractory large B-cell lymphoma, marking the second approval in the US for the CAR-T therapy. Kymriah is indicated for the treatment of adults with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, high-grade B-cell lymphoma, and diffuse large B-cell lymphoma arising from follicular lymphoma after 2 or more lines of systemic therapy. Also in the news, Gilead Sciences' first quarter sales reached $5.1 billion, down from $6.5 billion in the year-ago period, missing analyst expectations of $5.4 billion. Revenue from the company's hepatitis C portfolio plunged 59% to $1.1 billion, with lower sales of Harvoni and Sovaldi across all major markets, as well as lower sales of Epclusa in the US. In other news, Johnson & Johnson agreed to acquire BeneVir Biopharm under a deal that could potentially be worth more than $1 billion, including an upfront payment of $140 million. BeneVir is using its T-Stealth platform to develop engineered oncolytic viruses designed to infect and destroy cancer cells. In addition, Novo Nordisk's first quarter sales dropped 5% to 26.9 billion Danish kroner, although the figure topped analyst expectations of around 26.7 billion kroner. For the current year, the drug maker said that sales are now expected to grow between 3% and 5% as measured in local currencies, with the lower end lifted from a prior estimate of 2%. And finally, shares in Esperion fell up to 20% despite a phase 3 study of bempedoic acid in high-risk patients with atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, meeting both its primary safety endpoint and key efficacy goal of LDL cholesterol lowering. The drop came as results showed that 0.9% of patients taking bempedoic acid died from causes unrelated to study treatment, versus 0.3% on placebo, while the experimental drug was also linked with elevations in liver function tests. To read these and other stories in full, visit firstwordpharma.com.
Are you able to keep up with all the news and views in the biosimilars market? FirstWord's Biosimilar Index is the only dedicated biosimilar and non-comparable biologics intelligence tool available. Get ahead of your competition and learn more today.